Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Juan Solo here with A Squad Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more State of Decay 2. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the looting and exactly how you're going to loot being playing single player, and then also how looting is going to be adjusted when you're playing with another person, up to 3 players and up to 4 players co-op. All the looting and how it works and how many items are on the ground does change. So I'm going to start popping up some images on screen here and explain to you guys exactly how the looting system is going to work. So as you can see here, over kind of towards the left, right above the player, there's like a white object that's glowing. That is, it's like a drinking, I guess, how do you put that, like a soda machine? And that's something that is lootable by this character. So each loot item, depending on how many people you have in your game, is going to be color coordinated, and there's going to be specific ones. As you can see here, when it pulses, this one is yellow. You can see that the drinking fountain, the cabinet over to the left, and the table that's right behind the kitchen there, it's all glowing yellow. So this is going to be specific for the yellow player. So each player above their head has a color coordinated icon, and then with that they can also place color coordinated waypoints. And like I said, with this, each loot, as you can see here, the little table over there to the left is glowing blue, and this is for this player. So you're going to be able to see different stuff glowing for different characters no matter who you play as. So it's going to be better loot in those areas. So it's going to also scale when you're playing in co-op. So if you're playing by yourself, there's going to be a roughly set amount of loot items that are going to be in the game. And then if you have 2 players, 3 players, or 4 players, depending on how many people you have, it's going to scale. So if you have 4 players in co-op, there's going to be roughly 4 times as much loot as if you were playing by yourself. So it doesn't make it more scarce loot-wise if you're playing with more people, which makes it a little bit more, it would turn you more towards looting and doing stuff with other people, because it's going to allow you to be safer, I guess you could say, because you're going to have more manpower. You're going to be able to have those extra people to be able to watch your back while you're looting and exploring buildings and stuff and making noise, because noise does attract zombies in this game. But a lot of people were very curious to see how this was going to work. You know, is the game going to scale difficulty-wise based on how many people you have in your game, and then is it going to be harder to find loot when you're playing with more people? So no, the game doesn't scale on how many people are in your game. So the person that starts the game, so whoever is the host of the lobby, I guess you could say, you guys all join into his lobby, his or her lobby, and that person is, you know, halfway through the game. So his base camp is decent. You know, it's not real small, it's not just starting out, but it's not, you know, towards the end game. The difficulty of the zombies in the open world are all depending on how big your base is. So for instance, right at the start of the game, you're going to be going up against a little bit easier zombies, but then obviously once you expand your base, you add food, you add infirmaries and stuff like that, it makes you so you're more secure at your base. The zombies out in the open world are going to get tougher, there's going to be more of them. So that's how the difficulty is going to scale. And then like I said, with the looting, depending on how many people you have in your game, it's going to expand upon how much loot you're going to be able to find in the open world. So it doesn't turn people off to playing with each other in co-op. So, you know, if you're playing in single player, you go into a building, there's 4 things you can loot. So if you're playing 4-player co-op, there's going to be roughly 16 things in that building that you're going to be able to loot. And like I said, it's going to scale depending on how many people you have in your lobby. That way, and you can also drop items, you can trade items with other players that are in your game and stuff. So you don't necessarily are only able to get the stuff from your containers. So it's a good way to do the looting, in my opinion, because it's going to make it so that, you know, somebody doesn't feel left out. I know a lot of games, you know, they have where if you kill somebody, they all drop that item on them, and whoever picks it up first gets it. That's not how it works in State of Decay 2, which I'm really happy to see that, because it kind of turns off people to playing with other people when, you know, whoever grabs it first gets to keep it. So you're all going to have different items, different loot items that you're going to be able to loot. So it's going to make it more balanced when you're playing with other people. And then, like I said, the difficulty of the game scales with the host or whoever started up the game's base size. So like I said, if you're early on in the game, zombies are going to be a little easier. More towards the end game, you're going to have more zombies to deal with, harder zombies to deal with, and that sort of thing. But that's pretty much all for the video, guys. I just kind of wanted to explain the loot system and the difficulty system a little bit there, because I know I had some people asking how that was going to work. work. But like I said, that's pretty much all for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys like the fact that the loot system is going to be balanced across, depending on how many people are playing in your game, make sure to slap that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all things State of Decay 2. I'm going to be covering this game very in-depth, talking about all the new information coming out leading up to the launch on May 22nd. So make sure to guys subscribe so you guys do not miss any of that content. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.